Ismail.
It's Christian.
Here sitting at the grandma table. Back again.
Yo.
Yes, sir. This time I'm coming in more like a interview type vibe. I really kind of just want to let you cook this episode. And I just kind of want to feed off what it is, because I think this is an important topic to get out here. So I don't think we formally announced it, but we can announce what made me think of this topic.
Oh, you was waiting on me to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Shoot, am I starting from the conversations leading up to, or just?
No, I would just say, what's new in your life, boy? Like, I mean, shit, what that happened? Like, what the?
Okay.
I mean, what a nigga do?
I got you. Well, I just got promoted. Yeah, I just got promoted to receiving supervisor at my job. And yeah.
So, like, in context, like, anytime anybody's moving up and getting more money, that's always a plus. Whatever skill set developing, whatever value they're developing for, whether they work at a company, whether they're building a company, whatever, increasing value is always the goal. And so that's something that I feel like a lot of people don't really celebrate, because especially at that young of an age, everybody don't get up into them positions and start moving that fast, especially with all the stuff that's been going on around there. Mm-hmm. So you've been there. You've been in that role for what, a week? 2 weeks now? Has it been 2 weeks? Or was this the first week?
I think this is when I come tell you I caught my stride.
That's what I'm saying. Like, was it last week or was it this week? Was you already in the position before we went to Greenville?
I don't think so.
So this was week 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So my question was, what's it like just taking on the leadership positions week 1 and having more responsibility on the plate and being ready to go? And just what has the mentality been like? What has the experience been like?
Already it's been a lot mentally, as far as like, okay, now I'm about to get keys and be opening the store, so I actually can't be showing up 3:59, 3:58. It'll already be people there, you know what I mean? I feel like it's coming against a lot of everything that I always done struggle with, actually. Like, as far as being places on time and being proactive instead of being reactive when it comes to stuff. It's been a good teacher of like learning how to. You gotta go at it alone sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, a lot of people not gonna like it, and somebody gonna have something to say. Somebody gonna hate on. Somebody gonna feel some type of way, and they may or may not tell you to your face or anything like that, or they may never let you know how they really feel, and they'll come back and act like nothing happened, and for the sake of being there, you know what I'm saying, and trying to get the job done, you just got to be like, okay, That's what it is. That's what it is. And because you around people all the time, like, so even if you might think, man, motherfuck them, you know what I'm saying, like, man, or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, you probably still end up needing them for something at some point, because work is just a system. So everybody got to be at work to work the system out. Like, and you can take that a million different places, and you can apply it anywhere, and it work. So, yeah,
That's facts. I mean, how is it? Do you feel like the navigation? Because you said something about how everybody not gonna want to see you there. Everybody's not gonna be supportive. Everybody is gonna feel at a point where it's like, okay, everybody has something to say. How is that a foreign concept to navigate? Or is that something that comes along with being the nigga chosen to come into that role? Like, does there already have to be a level, or do you feel like there was a level of navigation of that anyways? Or was this kind of a surprise to get that kind of pushback?
I think I went at it, or I received it. The way I received it kind of played a trick on me. Like, I think I thought that I was prepared, for that type. Like, everybody ain't gonna like it, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I expected this from certain people, you know what I'm saying? I'm expecting them to come. But at a point in time, I remember saying, wow, it's, this was announced Friday that I'd eventually be going into, and today it got told on Monday, and Friday it just felt so far away from Monday. Like, it was like, bruh, okay, this has been going on a little second now. Like, it's the 5th day of the week. It still feels as tense and as, you know what I'm saying? And all these folks, and I can feel it, and ain't nobody talking about it. They just trying to carry on like I don't know. It's like, hey, nah, you feel that. And, but it's working on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you gonna do in them moments? Like God asking me, are you gonna be able to remain quiet in the moments? Because if you want to be in certain arenas, certain rooms, doing certain things, you're gonna have somebody in there that don't want to see you succeed. You know what I'm saying? Somebody in there not gonna be able to say that they actually rock with what you doing and mean it. Somebody might tell you, yeah, congratulations, shake your hand, and then say they can't believe that you ever was even considered. Like, yeah, you got to be able to take all that. Whether it's, and the best way to know whether or not you can take it is to be right in the middle of it. Yeah. Can't run from it. I've been real attentive with when I go to work.
Did you feel that way before taking it? Like, the best way to, like, overcome that hump is to be right in the middle of it?
No. I thought you embrace it, but I didn't know, yeah, you got to go stand right in the middle of it, like, and from people that say they got your best interest at heart, and you tell, and you know what I'm saying, you thinking, oh, nah, this person pretty cool. This person pretty cool. You gonna catch them at even a point in time where it's like, oh, why they acting like that? How they? So you gotta be ready for everybody to turn. Now, I won't want to say turn on you, but you know what I'm saying. Everybody got some tension somewhere from change, because that's what change create tension. So it but like I said, I mean, it's been pulling me to tune up some stuff. Like, I'm watching what I say and stuff. You know what I'm saying? How I'm saying it more.
So how does one go from, because you said it wasn't something that you really thought about being the way beforehand, and we kind of talked about that on a previous episode, but adapting to it, like, what are the inner workings of the mind of your day to day? What you telling yourself when you having to make these changes and having to be cognizant of these changes? What is it inwardly that's pushing someone to be, like, not only to conceive it, but then to actually do it?
It's a great question. I think the main thing is just like identify what's going on. Like, what's the good about yourself? What's the bad about yourself? And you just go through and you say, okay, could I apply this here? And what can I apply here? Like, or what wouldn't I want to be? Like, this not what I'm leaning on if I need to show out here. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be great at pushing product out, but if I'm late to work all the time, I'm like, don't put me in a hot position. Something like that. But it's teaching me that, like, nah, you can change that real quick. Like, so, like, all this stuff that's, you know, quote unquote plagued you, or, you know, that you're known for not doing at a high level, or, you know, you feel like this the bad stuff about you that you would change and stuff like that. You could have been changed this. Because if it was something you needed to work on, it'd take you a few tries.
So do you feel like your back is against the wall? Is that what it is? Or is it more so just like a opportunity thing?
What you mean?
Like, is it that you feel like I'm here now, I gotta? Or is it, oh, I was always, like, niggas just wasn't paying attention?
Yeah. I feel like I'll say I feel like I always could have executed at this level.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't think I have to. I have to because I want to. Not I have to because I think that other people need to see.
Correct. Like, and that's what I was getting at, because I think some people get, the work is what makes you great, right? But I think some people are so caught up in the fact that maybe they haven't been executing at the level that they want to, that paralyzes them when they get in those tight roles.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think it's very interesting, at least week 1, which the way you start is so important. It just seems and it encourages from the outside perspective, because it's looking like, okay, cuz really did just touch down and bop, just went with the shit, right? And I'm just trying to paint the picture for the audience of what it takes to be able to do that. And I think it takes a level of self-dedication and a level of recognition of when you push all the chips to the middle. When an individual takes those risks and accepts those challenges when they're laid out in front of them. And just when you're the one that mentally accepts it, you kind of instinctually know what you need to do. Like, am I off on that, or is it?
No, you did. No, you actually hit it on the head. That's what it is. If it's coming easy, it's probably because you already knew. You just needed something to snap you back. You just needed something to kick you back in the like it's like stopping playing from something. Like, you stop playing, but you can play again. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can play at a high level. Like, you know, usually you stop playing something and it's like, nah, I was cold back in my day. But with learning these type of transitions, it's like, no, I could go apply this here, somewhere else, anywhere I needed to be at. I could do the same turnaround like that. Like, it's bringing back the confidence for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I noticed. I think young men especially, we was talking about earlier band and football, and I was talking about that competition. The competition, the challenges, the pushes to where you kind of you don't really have a choice but to figure it out if you are who you say you are. You know what I'm saying? Like Lupe Fiasco's song said, if you are who you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear, because the camera's here and the lights on and they want to show. Like, if you a superstar, you make it happen.
Yeah.
When it's go time.
Yeah.
And you get to those moments. I think you got to constantly put yourself in those moments where it's go time to be able to learn how to keep going. You know, because we talk about keep going all the time as just keep trucking on, just keep making it. Whereas I feel like keep going is keep accelerating, keep the snowball rolling, keep the momentum going, keep getting better and better and better and better and seeing the improvement. But the only way you do that is when you create those challenging opportunities and you go towards them when they offer them to you, and you say, hey, I don't even know if I'm comfortable doing this, but I need to take a shot. I need to put a bet on myself. And win, lose, or draw, I need to take this on and I need to feel out what this challenge is like.
Nah, it definitely it call into question, like, do you really want to get better? Like I feel like if I say I believe in God, right, and I say I want to grow in God, well, that just mean that I want to take on more responsibility. Like I want to be a leader, so when I'm in a leadership role, that's where the stuff starts developing in you that nobody thought, or that you might not have thought that you could get. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why people don't change. It's not because they can't change. It's because they don't go towards trying to change. Like they don't anything new. They probably not messing with. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be able to get out of your comfort zone. You know, that's what I had to do this.
Exactly. I feel like it's such a cliche saying, but it's like most of the time cliches are correct though.
They only become cliche because we always hear them. But why we always hear them?
Because they're correct.
Right.
You gotta push yourself out of, and I'm not saying get away from who you are. That's different. But like, you might not have no plans of moving up at Floor and Decor.
Mm-hmm.
But when the opportunity presented,
yeah,
I go towards that.
Yeah.
I learn what I can from that.
Yep.
I push myself forward from that.
It's something I ain't never did before.
Yeah. Why can't I do it?
Who says I can't? What's stopping me from doing it?
Yeah.
If the only thing stopping me is just because I don't want to, I'm gonna go see what that's about.
Exactly. Bro, that you just reminded me. I gotta look that up. Hold on. Bro, I was watching Myron Golden on YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, he was talking about what a period of time was, and he was like, go look up the meaning of these words, and you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I just broke it down to the literal definition of the words, and it was like, the question is your period of time of struggling equal in value to the period of time of prosperity? Is the period of staying down and grinding equally as real and valuable as the period of being up? Because if you're not willing to do both, if you're not willing to trade off one for the other, you'll probably never actually end up getting there.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're not willing to take on the difficult leadership roles, you could never, when you getting paid pennies, mm-hmm. you could never do it and be up.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like, you would never have the experience. You couldn't even possibly even know what it takes to be
and to maintain and even get off the ground
and build some shit up and take some shit from shit that's sugar.
Like being a leader, like I can't just see you when everything flowing good. I got to come see you when everything not going good. When it look like this week crazier than last week and stuff is overwhelming and all that. We got to see you and how you behave in them moments. And like that tell me, when I always tell people that I see that's good in leadership, the first thing I notice is they don't panic.
Yeah.
When stuff go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even if they feel like we don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done seen it where you know, somebody get to talking and get to going and you just hear like, oh no, they worried. That mean if I got any questions, I don't have nobody I can get a concrete, clear answer from because they worried. They mind clouded. So, and to me, because I'm relating it to more than just work. But to me,
Let's get into it.
You know, some stuff you just gotta know will work. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't too much that you can or that you should be complaining and, you know what I'm saying, like voicing your frustrations, and you know what I'm saying, like you voice them when you need to, but you put your head down, you go.
And you get back to work.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna keep beating this drum because I need people to understand you don't really experience that until you're out doing it. I think that especially now, I think we're coddling the new generation a little too much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, with my generation, they want to run from the responsibility instead of to it. We're not trying to take it on at an early age to be able to learn from it. We're not trying to, we trying to run from it as long as possible and then want to make it up on the back end. And it's like, no, we can do this right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could all benefit from this. We would all learn so much about ourselves if we took on the challenge, if we pushed, if we went for being someone superior, having that responsibility, having that, that'll translate everywhere.
Yeah. That sense of I don't know, I gotta go do this because it's on me, and you develop the skills, and that's when you do develop the skills, when you gotta get tried by the fire. You gotta go.
Yeah.
You gotta go, and you can't get up on time. You got to consciously make an effort to get up every day on time. And you might think, boy, I ain't even gonna try to go to sleep too long. I'm gonna just get about 2 hours in, and but I'm gonna have 20,000 alarms set just to make sure that I get up, because I can't not be on time. I gotta. Soon you saying, shoot, okay, well let me be up 3 hours in advance before I got to even go somewhere all the time. And before you know it, now ain't nobody calling you late no more. You know what I'm saying? To anything. And it start with the conscious decision. I took this opportunity in order to do this. I got to do something different. I gotta be willing to do stuff different than what I usually would do.
Correct. But you don't. I don't. Like I said, I don't think you get that experience until you get out in real life. We want to put off real life for so long, and it's like life is life's best teacher. This is the way you throw yourself. Like I said it before, and I heard Myron Golden speaking on it yesterday, where he was talking about the children of Israel and their time in the wilderness. And I remember telling you, and I'll tell the audience, this is our wilderness. You leave your parents' house and you come down here and you go to a new city and you get a new job and you create the opportunity and you focus in and you grow and you learn and you come back out, and by the time niggas see you again, you're a completely different person. But how do you ever get there if you don't go through the fire? If you don't just, like Kobe said, put all your eggs in one basket and go get some more eggs. This is a situation where it's just like, okay, I done moved out. I can't go back. I got my own shit. I can't go back.
Yep.
So I put all my eggs in this basket. Now let me better myself by going to get some more skills. Going to learn how to do this and do that and be on time and be up and have a schedule and grow and get more eggs.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one thing because you got to decide at some point before you start that that's what you're gonna do, and you know, most of the time you talk about it before it ever become a reality, like you already know you got it. And if you confident about it, and if you saying it like you just know you for sure, and you know how it is when somebody when they telling the truth, and you could tell like, oh nah, I could tell by the passion in which they said that all they need is just one spark. All they need is this one little kid, this last little opportunity, this door to open, and you will be surprised at what they do. And this was one of them cases where I felt like, okay, nah, this is whatever I needed. This is that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm getting what it is I'm supposed to from this, because it came easy. You know what I'm saying? To even be considered for it, and usually the things that are easiest are the ones that's most natural. You know what I'm saying? So it make you realize stuff about you that you didn't know. Like,
when you say realize stuff, this is where my brain goes. So you tell me if I'm off. It almost sounds like you didn't think it would be that natural.
Yeah.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
I'm off on that.
No, that's accurate. No.
So like, what would make a guy that adept at the job feel like what goes on in a nigga's life, in a nigga's brain, that somebody out there could relate to, that has someone that naturally talented, whose people have been telling them, even some of the people that might have a problem with them, been telling them like, nah, you could be a leader, you could be in this leadership position. How does, like, mentally, what does that look like? Why would that, for it to be so natural, how can a nigga even forget or even doubt?
I think something happens. They fail at something. I fail at something, and you know how we all feel when we fail at stuff. We don't want to fail, you know, and whether something happened or not, as in like, you know, but if you feel like you failed and that was the end, you know what I'm saying? You can feel like that, like it ain't the end of the world, but it's definitely the end of something, like something
die in that moment.
Yeah. So if you get the feeling like, you know, you at that point with betting on yourself, because you know you had a string of life just not going right, and you don't really know how you gonna get out of and stuff like that. Nah, you definitely gotta. I think you gotta be able to get to those points and shake back. Like you gotta be able to like be in that moment and feel like that, but then something say, all right, That was yesterday.
Get back on track.
Get back on track.
You gotta. It's a point where a nigga. It's important to go through the tunnel with no light, seemingly. But it's equally as important to make sure you come out of that. A lot of people, a lot of dudes get stuck there.
For sure.
Is it easy to get stuck there?
Yeah. It definitely is easy to get stuck there. You'll look up and you were stuck for a little second. Like,
you won't even recognize that you was that stuck.
No. Cause it looked like it's comfortable, and you start getting complacent. Like, oh, okay, I can just right here. It's easy. You get complacent because you're like, oh, no, I can do this. This is cool. I don't need to elevate any higher, or I don't have to. And before you know it, whatever you thought was right there and gonna keep you good is what was. That used to be the standard of what was good.
That safety net you be running to don't even be safe.
No, nothing. You gotta. You be trying to have a safety net because you be knowing you falling.
I think you was about to say it. Nothing be safe.
No.
Not out here in the wilderness.
No.
Called life. Not out here in the jungle. It ain't nothing safe, bro. There's nothing safe about it.
You gotta adapt. You have to adapt to what life gonna throw at you.
Facts.
So,
like my grandpa used to tell me, bro, I'm the older I get, the more adept to these situations I'm handling. The more I realize now he meant it when he said, bro, ain't nobody coming to save you.
No.
Like, you're here and you're getting older, and eventually they're going to want to throw you in the fire anyways. So before they kick you in it, go learn how to be in it.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll be all the better off.
Yeah.
For when they start paying attention to you. They're ignoring you because you're young. They're ignoring you because you ain't, So by the time you pop out and they start looking for you, how much did you go ahead and let the fire mold you?
To where by the time they look up, it's like, oh no, he does this at a high level.
At a high level, because the things that you're getting stuck on, the tunnel that you're going through where you can't see the light and you want to stop walking. If you get stuck there, you go always regret it. But the thing is, and I venture to say, on a scale of 0 to 100%, like how much do you think you knew you were stuck? And if that percentage varies from points in time to points in time, what points and how much? And if you can remember, what helped you get to higher or lower points?
I think for me, I felt like
deep, high level conversations going on right now, ladies and gents.
The stuff that is being brought out of me is stuff that could have gotten executed a lot better the first time. Like, it's stuff that was never gonna be hard to accomplish in the first place. I just got in the way of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can see it because when it become easy, all of a sudden, you know, you start smiling about it. You know what I'm saying? You start feeling like, oh, wait a minute. I used to treat this like this was such a big deal that it's like for a second you gotta stop and be like, man, I'm killing it. You know, you gotta give yourself, you know, your run. Like, all right, I'm a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up feeling like that. You know, like, nah, I'm killing this. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm increasing. I'm growing, and you know, that on that note, that's when people are trying to tell you like that. Nah, it's just temporary, or you know, you doing good for now, but how long that's gonna last? And stuff like that. And shoot, when you getting told that type stuff, that's when you got to lean back on your own belief. You know, like, do you believe that you really who you say you are and that you can get through? You know, like if the answer is yes, then shoot, it sounds like you ready to start getting into, you know, because that's what a leader do. They run to the fire. Like, what's going on? What can we do? I can't put a scared surgeon on the top brain surgery. You got to be confident. Like, let's go fix the problem. So if you don't have a lot of confidence, you get put in a whole bunch of situations where you got to be confident in what it is you're talking about, or confident in what it is you're doing. What your last decision, you had to be confident in it.
All right. So it sounds like for you, if I'm picking it up, it sounds like kind of what I said yesterday. It's not really a point in time. It's kind of it's not being recognized, and then you look up and it's been being recognized.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, okay, I can't really tell you what flipped the switch, or even if I can tell you, it took a minute of what Hamp say, letting it work.
Yeah.
Like, where it's just like, it's not working, it is working, it's not working, it is working, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working. But are you letting it work? Like, is it allowing to be let work? And it's like, it sounded like for you, it was a situation of, nah, it really wasn't a ramp up period. It was just one day you not trusting, one day you not, you know, and then the next it's just like, oh, well, I guess it is go time. So,
right.
And I think that's a lesson where everybody can understand. Just go.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna be a ramp up. It's not gonna be a I gotta get better at. It's not I gotta work at this, that. I gotta work on it. I'm not this enough. I'm not that enough. Fuck all that.
Just gotta go.
Just gotta go. And once you go, you'll look up and you realize, I don't know why I wasn't just going. Like, I was spending more time thinking about when was gonna be the perfect time to go rather than just
go. There was never gonna be a perfect time to go.
Exactly. It's never gonna be a perfect, and like, that's cliche, but it's a thing that I think we can relate.
Mm-hmm.
As young people, you just don't really understand. Like, you hear it and you think you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you act out the opposite. So do you really even understand? You know, you have the knowledge.
Yeah.
But do you have the understanding? And then once you understand, it's about developing that skill to be able to go execute it. Mm-hmm. But you can't even get there unless you understand what you know. That's why it be feeling natural. You done knew for a long time. But how much did you understand?
Yeah.
How much did you really accept this into your mindset and realize, bro, there is no perfect time to go.
Mm-hmm.
The best time to go is whenever you realize it's time to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether it be time to go, like, pack up your bags, or whether it be time to go, like, full speed ahead.
Like, turn on.
If those not the same thing.
Yeah. In anything. Whether you know what I'm saying? Like, whether it's, all right, I can kick it up a notch. I got stuff I'm trying to do. I got stuff I'm trying to build. All right, well, lock in for 6 months. Lock in for a month. I mean, a year. See what it lead. See what it lead to. Prove it to yourself. Every goal you set, you got to prove it to yourself. So, I mean, this don't be no different. It's the same thing. Like, okay, if you're not good at this, well, do it till you get good. You know what I'm saying? Like the reps and the many opportunities that you got in between that ain't got nothing to do with your job and your leadership role and all that, where it's like, nah, you okay. I mean, all of this goes to your everyday life anyway. So everyday life gonna throw you in opportunities to see what you about when it come to getting those positions, because you trying to be a good leader at this job, but your job training you to be a good leader for life. Like, you getting it from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you take it head on, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like, just go to it, and you're not trying to run away from it. That's the type of stuff. And usually the ones that, you know, do that, they seem to come out on the other end sharper than before, you know?
Everybody not gonna be famous, but everybody should be doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
The work produces the results. We reacted to Coach Prime not that long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he talked about it then. He said, yeah, like 90% of the kids that's out there on the field go be y'all. They go be faculty. They go be out in the working class. They go be, when this shit over, they go out to real life. So that's what they need to be prepared for.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they need, in order for them to get prepared for it, they need a taste of it.
Mm-hmm.
How you go get a taste of it if you sheltered, though? How you go get a taste of it if you ain't got the right support system? Yeah. How you go get a taste of it if you don't got nobody guiding and leading you towards the, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's where I think these conversations are important, because it's taking a look inside and diving into the fact that I think the reason, at least for me, for wanting to express this shit is for people to look inside and see what I'm talking about in a situation, and being able to say, okay, if bro could change his mindset, then I can too.
Yeah.
It's all in my mind. I have the mind for it. I just gotta find what my mind wants to go towards what my mind want to do.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that I'm here to express? And you don't really understand that about yourself until you get into the situations. You're not going to find it worried about finding it. You gotta just get up and walk to a foreign land that I'm gonna give your descendants. Where all the families of the earth will be blessed. Like those are the type things you gotta take seriously and learn from, because when all you doing is staying in the environment where everything is reminding you about everything you not, you just gotta get up and change that environment.
Yeah. You gotta go where you can grow, you know? You gotta... Everybody can't know everything about you. I done been your age before. I done this, I done that, I done da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, you have, but you ain't me doing it. Like, we ain't got to be the same just because yours turned out the same. At some point, it gotta be, no, I can't let that define me. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you get to looking at what it is about you that you didn't like, or that you didn't like growing up, or anything like that, okay, I can't let that define me.
No.
And the fact that I'm still here, it don't make sense to let it define me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no.
Whether I want to look at it as this was a fair, quote unquote, shot or not, this was my shot, so I gotta take it. I only get one.
And you have those failures, like you said. You're gonna have more of them than you is big successes, because think about it. When you're successful, how much more of a success can you be? You gotta create a whole nother goal. Once you achieve it, you achieved it. The first step was to get to it once. The first step was to get to 100 bands once.
You can't want to get to 100 bands again.
No, because at that point the goal is to get there twice. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's a whole new, that's embedded in the very fabric of success and failures. It's a constant give take. It's a constant push pull. It's a constant achieve, set a new one. Achieve, set a new one. Achieve, set a new one. So that's how you find that fulfillment. That's how you find that natural leadership role instinct. That's how you find that natural calm demeanor in high pressure situations. That's how you get better. And see, as a young nigga, I really didn't understand that. I was shying away from them moments because it wasn't, like Benny the Butcher said, bruh. It's hard for the young kids to imagine, but my losses taught me more than my wins did.
Yeah.
And it's like, I heard Joe Budden was interviewing somebody, I can't remember who, and they said, bruh, the camera and the internet got niggas scared to take a loss. And it's like, nigga, we all take losses are in bed. Like, what happened to the days where we just understood that? Like, it was a point in time where niggas understood that losses are just, they go come with it. And we got the kids so anxiety ridden. We got them so hyper focused on look and appearance and the attention that it garners that they lost track of the work.
This shit ain't always gonna work. This shit ain't.
They lost track of that shit. We lost track of that shit. It's hard to find it again when you lose sight of it. That's why it's like, say something crazy, but niggas gonna understand what I'm saying when I say it. That's like healing the blind.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Yeah, you got to be able. You. When you get to a high level at something, you
can't go back.
No. When you high level, you can't go back to performing.
You can't go back. You can't go back. That's why you gotta taste it though. That's why you play to win.
No. Yeah.
Because like you don't even know. Like you keep talking about how you have no motivation, how you can't find it. You know why? You're not creating it. You're not creating the hunger. You haven't tasted it.
No.
And it's like, I don't want to say your fault, but it's like, it's on you to go taste it. It's on you to get a little piece of that accomplishment feeling.
Yeah, you got to go. Because the only way you accomplish something is if you go do it. So if you gotta go do it, the reason it's important to have something that you do and some wins at something, whether it be competition or, you know what I'm saying, like other accomplishments, like, you know, big purchases or whatever. You gotta build that up. Just so you know you can go do something else. But yeah, when you win, you don't really learn as much as when you lose, because you just learn not to do that again every time you lose. Like, I bet when you lose you at a sport or something, you're going to go figure out what you can improve on, or how to see the defense, or, you know what I'm saying?
You start thinking analytically. I'm not smart enough. Probably because maybe you're not failing enough.
Yeah, no. You got to.
Maybe you're not pushing yourself and putting yourself in them positions and being scared as hell. We talked about this like 2 pods ago. I was talking about when I got ready to move down here. I was talking about the first thing I said when I'm scared as hell.
Yeah.
But you gotta go on the other side of that goal line when you scared as hell. That's what courage is. That's what confidence is. That's what go-getters are. That's what separates the success from the failure. I'm scared as hell. I'm really nervous. We talked about it earlier, how football game, band competition. Man, the later in the day it is, the more nervous you get. And it's not a negative nervous. This is just what comes along with high level comp. You get that nervous feeling. You get that sick feeling. But it all gotta go away when they say Southside.
Go.
Band, football, whatever it is, whatever you're a part of. Floor and decor of Columbia. Creekside, T-Mobile. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where it's like, wherever it is you find yourself, whatever it is your hands find to do it to the best of your ability, because that's what's gonna keep you climbing the ladder.
Yep.
And if anyone outside of you, this is the last thing I'm gonna say. If anyone outside of you has that big of a problem with you climbing the ladder, don't internalize that. Like, you got enough internal battles to come from the places that we're coming from and the people that we're talking to. You listening to this, you got more than enough to overcome already without that. Don't add that to the plate.
Yeah. You just keep executing at a high level. That's what got you here. That's what, because, they're going to talk and they're going to feel like you could do better, you could do that, but in your story, they don't matter. It's just you. And everybody know when they good at something. Don't let somebody who wish they was doing it like you try to tell you not good at it. Whole reason they want you to do bad is so you not be better than them. But why would they be sitting there wishing you wasn't doing good? Because they know you better than them. Like, at whatever. You the better supervisor. You the better customer service rep. You the better brother. You the better dad. You the better you just when you shining and it's nothing nobody can do about it. They can't do nothing but talk about it. Cause whether it's good talk or bad talk, they gotta talk about it. Cause you doing a hell of a job. So that's on them how they take it. But that don't stop your shine, whether they take it good or bad.
Factuals.
It start to look effortless. It start to feel effortless. And when it start to look and feel effortless, that's where your confidence skyrocket. You start thinking, I can only imagine type things where it's like, nah, bro. For somebody that still wavered in themselves, for somebody who didn't believe, that might be crazy to imagine, but I'm here now. I done been on the street. I keep proving it to myself. I keep believing in God. I keep praying and doing the work. I'm equipped now. I know I can get this done. I can get anything I put my mind to done. And I think that's when you start to hit your stride in life.
That's when you start to step into your own.
Yep.
Anything else?
No.
Another one.
Yeah. How many is this now?
In a row?
Yeah.
This is what, day 3?
Yeah. Okay.
That's half a week worth.
Yeah.
And that's just go keep stacking.
Yep.
I don't know if you heard me when I was in there. I said, Yes, sir. Time to get to work.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. We've been trying to do this every day.
Fuck trying. We have been doing it.
I know.
We executed that.
But you got to talk about just trying.
Yeah, exactly. That's fine.
And then, so not only did we try, we executed, and we gonna keep executing because it feels darn good to execute.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It feel damn good. Make you not wanna miss another one. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you get to looking at this like, nah, this is a win for us. How many months had went between one episode to another?
like nigga, I'm pretty sure like at this point, with the ones that we had before plus the ones we done did now, we're either close to, right at, or above all the episodes we did last year. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what a swing is that?
Yeah. You find you something that you passionate about, that you tap into, that you start seeing come to fruition.
You'll love it so much, man. You'll never want to stop.
You'll never want to stop. And your whole life can go like that.
Yes, sir.
If your mindset right, if your mind in the right place. Man, I appreciate y'all, man, for rocking out with us, man.
You know it.
The best podcast you hearing that you didn't even know you need to hear till you heard it.
Yes, sir.
We're going to catch y'all next time. But until then, gang.
Peace.